the intro finished? It has. We're live. Hello. Sorry, I was just trying to adjust my camera. It didn't seem to be quite centering it. Something's pulling on it and... Oh. Hang on. Oh. That's better. However, there we go. As usual, the normal professional start as you'd expect from me. Hello, everybody. How are you all? I see there's a few new people in tonight, so you can you're here to witness the expert editing and production value that is the WP Eagle live stream. So I'll do a quick couple of hellos. Hello, Sue, previously Whisper Hub. Nice to see you. Hello, Helen, who will be moderating you all tonight. Helen is in blue. You'll see her there. She's admin moderator. Also looks after lots of things on the Facebook group. Sorry, I've just been distracted by Liam. Liam sent me $1.99 in Super Chat at 8 o'clock. I don't know if you're still here, Liam, but thank you very much for that. Hello to Mark. Hello to Personal Finance Minimalist. Wow, that's an interesting name. Do tell us a little bit more about that. That sounds interesting. The Personal Finance Minimalist. Hello, Amanda. Good evening to you. Hello, Jeremy. Good to see you. We're going to be having a look at one of your sites in the stream today. Justin, hello to you. J5, hello. Kieran, hello as well. John, hello to you. Bradbury, good to see you. Michael, you're a first timer. Good to see you. I hope you enjoy it. If you've got any questions or anything, just stick them in the chat. Basically, how it works tonight, I've got a couple of websites that I'm going to be reviewing. We're going to have a look at them. We're going to share some thoughts and ideas on how they could maybe be improved. And yeah, I might give you an update on Best Roofbox. I've got a couple of other little things as well I want to talk about regarding Best Roofbox. But yeah, just pump your questions into the chat and we'll try and answer as many as we possibly can. One thing I will say is that if I miss your question, don't take it personally. I'm not ignoring you. It probably just swept past me and I didn't see it. So just ask me again or remind me or whatever. Hopefully Helen will catch most of them. Hello R7, I hope you're feeling better. R7's been in hospital for a little while. He's been ill. It's not coronavirus, so he tells me. But I think he's feeling a bit better. Mike, you're here. Good to see you. Thursday's a better night for you. So yeah, it is Thursday. Sorry, Tuesday I had other stuff going on. Well, I had to pick up the wife and my daughter from the airport. So I thought I'd better do that. So there we go. Yeah, let's do some questions. First question is, Alex, will this be a permanent switch? I don't know. I don't think so. I was going to go back to Tuesday, but if Thursday's better, then maybe we could do Thursday. Maybe. I'm just going to refresh. There was a question there, how long will it take for me to get my first affiliate sale? I can't remember exactly, but if you look through the Best Roofbox playlist, in fact, I'm going to do that now. Let me see if I can remind myself. It took a couple of weeks, or was it a couple of months? I can't remember. It was quite quick, I think. Let's have a look. I'm going to scroll right back to the top of the chat in a second because there was a couple of questions that came in before we'd even started. I don't know. I'm going to say a couple of months. Well, I hadn't got a sale by that time in March, but I think maybe by then I did get a sale. I don't know. It was about a month. I think it was about a month or so on Best Roofbox anyway. So yeah, I'm going to just go back to the very first questions that came in from Personal Finance Minimalist. He asks, I'm in the process of buying a niche site from Flipper. Do you have any experience with this? I'm slightly worried about the scams, but the person seems really genuine. I bought some sites off Flipper before and it's been fine. You just got to check the sellers. It's a bit like eBay, isn't it? Just check they got some good feedback and all that stuff and you should be fine. Easy Spaniel Training. That's a fantastic name. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen as having been ordered through your Amazon affiliate links? All sorts of weird stuff. What was the thing we saw the other week? It was some pills that were made out of cow bits, cow organs. Lovely. Do post in the chat your weirdest affiliate sales. Deepak gave me one comment. He says that the problem is that when people watch the live stream back, then they don't know where everything is and all the questions answered. So I had to think about this, and maybe I'll start to timestamp the live streams, but that's quite a bit of work for me to rewatch the live stream and then write down all the timestamps. So yeah, I'll let you know. Morning, Michelle. Sue says I could always do both Tuesday and Thursday. I could. Maybe. Dolomites, you fixed your problem. That's great. My username is because this is Personal Finance Minimalist. He started a finance site but then realised that was dumb after 8 posts. It was too competitive and hard to rank. Yeah, you might be right there. But you've stuck with the name. Fair enough. Oh, Carl's here. Hello, Carl. Carl has got man flu, which is worse than coronavirus. Are you sure it's not coronavirus, Carl? I hope it's not. Well, thanks for dropping by anyway, even if you are feeling a bit poorly. Well, World of Aviation asks, is Wix better for affiliates, Amazon site or WordPress? WordPress, of course. Wix is not good. Avoid Wix. A question here, best theme for both Amazon affiliate and AdSense blogging. The theme that I use on Best Roofbox works perfectly for both of them. It's called Base WP. It's free. Go check it out. But really, any theme will be fine for those things. Mine is timestamped. I wasn't talking about the chat being timestamped. I was talking about like the stuff that I talk about in the stream, if that makes sense, so people could skip through on the rewatch. Because it's like an hour long, and you know, if you just want to find the bit where I was reviewing whatever site, then it might be useful to have timestamps. That's what I was getting at. Aaron Man says, what amount of traffic did you get on your first site within the first 6 months? Just curious to find out. Your best bet is to watch the playlist. All these questions. Let me just get you a link. Because I can't quite remember all these things. And if you look at the playlist, you'll be able to see exactly when I did a video and updated everyone on that. But if I find a video, I could probably roughly tell you. By the 22nd of May, so bear in mind the site was launched in March. By the 22nd of May, I was earning... We started to get some sales by then. So going back to the original question, that was 2 months, started getting some sales. And the traffic was up to... What was it up to? About 1,000 a month, something like that. That was in 2 months. So by 6 months, let me see if I can find something on that. What would that be? July, March, April, May, June, July, August. No, September is 6 months, isn't it? I think we had a bit of a dip then. In fact, what I'll do is I'm going to get the analytics up in a second, and then that'll be an easy way of doing it, won't it? Carla's question, on a new YouTube channel, would you try... By the way, you should check out Carla's channel. It's great. Only got a few videos, only just started. But yeah, so on a new YouTube channel, would you try to rank the channel itself or the individual videos? Go for the videos. It's a bit like content on a website, you want to get the articles ranking. It's hard to actually just get the homepage ranking for everything. Personal finance, you might be alright. You sometimes got to take a punt when you buy these things. Martin and Co says, hey, are you new to the channel? Good to see you, Martin. Good to have you on board. Do you use any pretty links things or just throw in the direct Amazon links? For Amazon links, you're not really allowed to use any pretty links thing. They don't like you cloaking your links, Amazon don't. But for the rest of my affiliate links, like on WP Eagle, I do cloak them, and I don't think Google minds. Free FF. Do you reckon? I don't think that's your name. Do you recommend any other affiliate programs other than Amazon? I recommend any programs that fits with your niche. I've talked about this a few times before, but yeah, Amazon is good because you get a high conversion rate, but the problem is you get a low commission rate. So just find any company that's supplying the products that you're talking about on your website. Generally, they'll all have an affiliate program. Scroll down to the footer of their website, you should find a link. I just think Amazon's a good place to start, but then probably you should move on to other things. Mike, what is your advice on sites being in the sandbox period? Should I hold fire on adding more content and concentrate on SEO, or carry on regardless? Just carry on. Just make a good site, add some good content, and you will quickly come out of that sandbox. As Carl has just said for me. And Helen. Sorry, I'm a bit behind. Phil says the sandbox doesn't exist, so don't worry about it. I've not ever experienced a sandbox even myself. And Phil agrees with that, so it must be right, because I always listen to Phil. He knows what he's talking about. That was a shot of me drinking tea from behind. Did you like it? Let's do a quick... let me do a transition. A quick transition. Hey, we're this way now. Craig says, what's a sandbox, guys? Sorry. Sandbox is the American word for sand pit. And for some reason it's used to describe sites that are new and that Google is trying to figure out. So Google maybe doesn't show it on every search, and it doesn't index it particularly well, it doesn't rank particularly well. It just kind of suss out what your site's about, and then once you've earned a bit of trust with Google, then you start to get ranked and indexed correctly. David says he's in the sandbox. It's real. It's just like an elusive thing that no one's quite sure about. Chris says he's convinced the sandbox exists. My site blew up almost exactly 6 months mark. The reason why I'm going this way, I thought I'll give you a quick roof box update. Why not? Good place to start. And then we'll do some site reviews. By the way, I'm currently editing a video. Should be up tomorrow. Have you noticed I've been quite busy? I've uploaded at least twice, 3 times this week. Something like twice, maybe. I have been uploading anyway, a bit more than usual. So yeah, let's have a look at some analytics. Many moms, good to see ya. Kieran says, can you look at mine? I can look at your website if that's what you mean. Ooh, yeah, send it over. Philip says, I emailed you ages ago, but no response. I'm sorry, Philip. Sometimes the emails slip by and I miss them. Can you do a video on how to add and use a good free plugin for generating quizzes? I'm not aware of any free plugin that allows you to generate quizzes. I know you can do it with Gravity Forms, which is a paid for plugin. Did you see Daryl's video, by the way? I was going to ask you guys. Did you see Daryl's video? I did share some links to it earlier in the week. He did a little video and he invited me to collaborate. I just wondered what you thought. Good. It was quite long, wasn't it? Okay. Yeah, I saw you commenting, Brian, over on Daryl's vid. You watched Daryl's, but you should skip forward to my bit. That's probably not as good as Daryl's, but let me know what you think. Ref says you have used Facebook ads. I use Facebook ads on my client sites where they're selling actual stuff. I've never really used it on an affiliate site. I think Facebook ads would work well if, say, you're selling products rather than being an affiliate. So if you're drop shipping, it works fine, or if you're selling your own actual products, because you need to be able to track with the Facebook pixel. And then it's just like any other ad system. Run some ads. Make sure your ads are highly targeted. That's the other thing I'd say about Facebook ads, is make sure they are as targeted as they possibly can be. And Facebook has very, very powerful targeting. And then just make sure that you're tracking everything with the Facebook pixel. You'll start to see a pattern in terms of which ads are working and which ones aren't. Start to cut out the ones that aren't working and build out the ones that are, and you should be fine. Brian, you're too kind. I think you're just saying that. Right, so I want to talk about best roof box. Don't know if you saw. So I did a couple of videos about the categories, updated them using Elementor. I think they look a bit better. I've had to remove my one link code. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but Best Roof Box wasn't loading completely. It kept saying connecting down the bottom, and it was trying to connect to the Amazon server, so I've had to remove it. I'll probably add it back, otherwise I'm going to miss out on UK sales. Anyone else notice that? And then I've added this fantastic filter to this one, which I'm really pleased with. I've got some more car-based articles on the way. Aaron Man says, what was your prior experience before online websites? Did you work at a social media agency? No, I never worked at a social media agency. I did own a pay-per-click agency where we managed Google AdWords and did Google Analytics. And then before that, I had another business where I was selling Wi-Fi equipment, and I was running my own ads and doing my own websites, so I was kind of learning it that way. But then, yeah, then I had an agency down in London, and we looked after some quite big clients, but we mainly did their Google AdWords and a bit of SEO and quite a lot of Google Analytics. And Facebook and and Twitter were kind of new then, so we weren't doing a lot of social media, but I'm sure if we were going now, we would still be doing mainly ad stuff, so social media ads like Facebook ads. TMJZL says, can you please do a Shopify journey like you do with Best Roof Box? I could do, but I'm not very keen on Shopify. Anyway, let me quickly give you an update on this. So yeah, I've done some articles and whatever. Added this really big article, the Best Roof Box of 2020. I don't think it's ranking yet, but we'll see. Don't know. I'm just typing that into Google just to have a look. Got gearing out to beat on that. We're there, but it's not the article. No one's going to type in the Best Roof Boxes, are they? I don't know. I said that twice either. It's going to be something like that people are going to search for. Yeah. What's your views on the company Pop Ads? I've never heard of Pop Ads. So where we're at in terms of analytics, and I was going to have a look at this actually to answer some of your questions in terms of when did I start getting traffic and all the rest of it. So let's just have a look at the year. So the site went live here? Was it here? 6th of March. Mark says, how do you feel about Skimlinks? I've not really used Skimlinks. I hear they're quite good. So yes, bob along here. Now bear in mind these analytics are slightly skewed. This traffic here is probably mainly from YouTube, from people looking at my tutorial video and then having a look at the site. So all of this is probably irrelevant. It was around here that stuff started happening organically. So It's about what, March, April, May, June, about 3 or 4 months afterwards. Philip says, I see the broadband traffic spike. It may also be the Daryl traffic spike, as it says in the video with him. And I think that might have caused that a little bit. He links to the site from within his video and in the description of his video. But, you know, I'm happy with that. Carl's keywords and articles have definitely had an effect. So, yeah, traffic is growing. It's growing slowly. Not as much as I'd hoped. But, you know, I'm waiting for the sun to come out. And everyone stop worrying about coronavirus so they can buy some roof boxes. How many articles do I have now? It's about 196, I think, if I'm being accurate. Why don't I join Ezoic? I did try Ezoic and then I took it off again. Admittedly, that was on WP Eagle. It wasn't on Best Roof Box. I don't know. Maybe I will switch because everyone keeps asking me to. I don't like the fact they take over the DNS. I don't know what Phil's thoughts on that are, but I'd like to be in control of my own DNS. I don't like to go through other people's DNS servers that I don't know what they're doing. It means they can inject stuff into the site, do whatever they like. I think Carl has just done a video on iWriter. My experience with iWriter was I didn't like them. If you look at my content provider's review, I didn't like iWriter. So I'm interested to see how Carl gets on. Generally, I've been buying my content from BKA Content. These guys. I've had some from these guys. They're pretty good. If you use the code WP Eagle, by the way, you'll get a discount. Okay, if I can use these without their DNS, then I will do that, and I will switch maybe from AdSense. Use their plugin instead. Okay. So yeah, be buying it here. Use code WP Eagle for a discount. By the way, that is an affiliate code, so I will earn a commission if you, if you use the code. Philip, you saying these guys are expensive? These guys probably are a little expensive. I also still love Texton, so texton.com. But I don't have any code or anything or any affiliate link with these guys. Unfortunate, really, because I do recommend them all the time. I could have earned a few quid, but these guys are fantastic. So in terms of earnings, this month we are already up to $54 and looking good. Lots of things ordered. I mean, talking about random stuff that's been ordered. People are stocking up on the toilet paper. We can see, maybe. There is a shortage of toilet paper at the moment up at the shop, and paracetamol and all that kind of stuff, which is weird. Stuart says the Ezoic ads are a poor user experience here. That is my fear with them, that they kind of take over your site and it looks horrible. But we have sold a few roof boxes. There's a couple there, look. Gluten-free chewy granola bars. Cleansing cloths. Oh, look at this. A funny t-shirt. Ha 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 ha. Ugh. Who wears that? I don't know. Anyway, I'll take the commission. I've just thought of an idea for a website there. cringyt-shirts.com. People have been buying avocados. I didn't even know you could buy an avocado on Amazon. Sue says, I wonder what percentage of your income actually comes from roof box sales. Quite a bit, because... Bradbury, did you buy this? Tux Penguin is here. He's late because he's been drinking heavily. That's fine. Alcohol is very good against viruses. My previous experience definitely helped me, yeah. I learned a lot about online when I was had my agency. In fact, I got to go to California and meet up with lots of tech companies, including Google and stuff, and learn loads of things. And my business partner was also very seasoned when it came to SEO and AdWords and all that kind of stuff. One of our clients was Word Tracker. I don't know if you've heard of them. They've got a keyword tool, so I got to spend a lot of time with them. We did workshops that we used to put on with them. So I used to mix with quite a lot of experts and people in the industry and learn lots of things. Yeah, I think maybe someone did do my thing. But yeah, there was a question there, how much percentage is actually from Roofbox? It's quite a lot because all this stuff is very, very small in terms of commission. I don't know if we can see here. This is only for this month, by the way, so it's only, what, 4 days worth? But you see there's one roof box there. There's another roof bag there, which is a lot smaller. That's a cargo box related thing. But yeah, for the roof box, I got $21, and then all the rest is like 27 cents, 29 cents. So if you add all that up, it's probably about the same as the one roof box. Why did I stop, Aaron Man? By the way, there is a video on my other channel where I talk about all this in detail. It's called My Story. Do check out my other channel. I've got a link somewhere. Let me find a link. Is this the link? Yeah, here. That's my other channel. On here, I do have a... I did a video, by the way, on this. I thought I'd been busy. Yeah, I have been super busy because I uploaded to this channel as well this week. This one here, My Story. That's me. It's got 2 dislikes. Of course, all my videos do have 2 dislikes. Go check it out. But yeah, basically why I stopped was because I took on investment from an investor, and the investor was not on the same page as me. I should have probably learnt, should have spotted this. He wore a shirt and tie, and we were in jeans and t-shirts, and yeah, we thought we wanted investment, although actually in hindsight we didn't need investment. He came in, invested. He started telling me that I got to come in the office every day. And previously, we didn't even have an office. We were working out of a very nice members club in central London. So we took this office on in Regent Street, and he basically wanted me to start wearing a shirt and tie and coming into the office every day and just changing everything, which was completely not what we were. You know, I used to go to London once or twice a week for a couple of hours off peak, meet up with clients, and then do the rest at home. So yeah, me and him fell out, and then basically the company started losing money. When he invested in the company, we were making loads of money. And then obviously when we took on a Regent Street office, we started losing money because the overheads were so high. And he basically said, Alex, you need to get more clients. We need to get more money. And it was like, oh, I don't know. It doesn't quite work like that. And basically, yeah, we fell out. Long story short, he bought me out of my own company. I took the money and I started doing this stuff, YouTube and whatever. And then like within 6 months, they'd gone bust. Yeah, he was. Aaron Man, he was indeed. Ryan, building sites and flipping them is good, but you do need some income to be able to, sell them at a good price. So I'm going to do the site reviews any minute now. So the video that I'm doing, editing right now, is going to be all around how much I've spent on Best Roof Box and my plans for the site. So that should be up tomorrow. Reason for it is because, not this video. On this video, the income report, I get lots of people asking me, how much did it cost? How much did you spend? And I also got this really long comment, which I'd love for you guys to go and have a look at and read this comment yourself. I'm not going to read it all out and leave a comment on, but basically BizVids, don't know if you're on tonight, BizVids, if you are, hello. basically said, I think it's great that you've invested your own money and time to show others how not to build an Amazon affiliate site. So that did trigger me a little bit. So I've created a video that I'm going to upload tomorrow just to kind of answer that and explain, why I've spent so much money on content and things like that. Main reason being that I'm so lazy that I don't write my own content and I outsource it all. And why I'm not giving up and why I'm not worried by the fact that I'm only earning $300-400 a month, and I've spent quite a bit of money on the site, because I've got a longer term plan with it, 24-month plan at least, and I'm hoping by the end of that period that the site is going to be doing at least 4 figures a month, and I'm going to sell it for 5 figures. And he's saying that I would need to sell the site for at least 30,000. Well, it's going to be worth more than that, I think, and I spent far less than that anyway. And I have actually looked at a few of his sites and whatever, and they're just like very, very simple kind of WooZone type sites. Because he basically says, set up a couple of WooZone sites, do a bit of social media, and before you know it, you'll be earning a couple of $100 anyway. Why are you wasting your time with all this other stuff? Philip, I don't know if he is being a troll. Maybe he is. I guess he is. That's why he wanted me to be triggered, I guess. And he succeeded. And people know that they can easily trigger me. That's why I always have dislikes on every video, because people want to trigger me. Like this live stream, it had a dislike before it even started. What video? It's on this one, the February income report, which was the one I put up a couple of days back. It's this one on the channel here. Aaron says, can I invest in a YouTube channel? If you want. Right, let's do some site reviews. So the first one we've got is from Luisito. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. He sent me a message on Facebook. This is his website. Martin asks, I'm going to try and do questions in between. Hopefully it will still flow all right. Thanks, Easy Spanish Training. Very kind words. It's me, Alfredo. Is this your site? Perfect. Oh yeah, so regarding text, yeah, I always go for the cheap one, the $3 per or 3 cents per word one. I found the article quality to be good. I've never had a bad quality article, really. Some articles I used to get from other companies were terrible. So here we are. This is gamerstavern.online. I like the .online domain. I've seen adverts for them. Have you seen adverts for them? Maybe I should go register some .online domains. I wanted alex.online, but I think it's gone. So this is running Ocean WP, is it? I think. Or it's Astra, isn't it? No, it's Ocean. It's Ocean WP. My initial reaction when I saw this site was, well, a couple of things. First is gaming. That's going to be competitive and possibly quite tricky to get some traffic to. Leslie says she's had some stinkers from text, and fair enough. I guess it's luck of the draw in terms of what writers you get. I'm sure if you send it back, they'll do you another one. And Carl, you've been having some good success with iWriter. I've not watched your latest couple of videos on that, but have you? So yeah, gaming, I think that's going to be a competitive niche. That's just my gut feeling. Generally, the site looks nice, although there's a little bit of a spacing thing going on here, which is messing up with my eyes as usual. I think this bit should be slightly higher. The logo looks a little bit squashed. I don't know if it's clear enough. I see what you're trying to do there with like the tavern sign. I don't know if you need to. Yes, Chris, exactly. Thank you. So that's nice. Again, these categories they're all different shapes and sizes, which is messing with my eyes a little bit. And I just think that these products, although they are nice and we all like gaming, well, I love gaming, I just think it's going to be so hard to get some traffic. You haven't told me, have you, how much traffic you're getting out? Are you getting any traffic? Luis, your name is Luisito. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm going to call you Alfredo. Okay, how is iWriter? Maybe I need to go back, because when I went and tried them, I didn't like them, but I only bought one. Carl seems to think they're really good, so they must be pretty good. I like this section. This is nice. Game Talk, that's your blog. So the only way you're really going to get traffic to this site, I think, is with some good blog posts. The trouble is that gaming is full of people creating content. Everywhere there's people creating content on YouTube. It's full of gamers. I just think you could struggle. And now I understand probably why you've chosen this niche, and it would probably be one of my initial thoughts when I was thinking of a niche, because I like gaming. And I always say choose a niche based around something that you like, that you're interested in. It makes it easier. But the reason why I've always avoided it is because of that competition. Carl says, watch my video. Do watch Carl's video, but Carl, maybe can you just summarise what you think of iWriter? I'm guessing you like them as you're making videos about them. But none of us have had a chance to watch your video yet, but we will. What about the niche in a different language? Is that less competitive? Probably, yeah. Kieran says his articles are quite good. Kieran also says it's hard to get traffic on gadget sites. It is. So you're running like WooZone or something here. Yeah, I say your one chance would be to create some good blog content, but sometimes you just have to think, is this niche going to be so hard? Do I need to try something else, something maybe a little bit more abstract, a little bit more specific? Was there a site posted in the chat? If there was, I think I may have missed it. Let me just scroll up. I've probably missed it. Can you post again if you did put a site in the chat? So there you go. That's my site review. I'd say generally the site looks nice. I like it. A few little tweaks here or there, like this text doesn't line up with the logo text quite, and this font probably needs to be stronger. I'm not sure about the black on the green, but these are all my personal opinions. I would add a little bit more space here so that this has got a bit of space around it to look like it's squashed. But ultimately, I think you maybe need to just sit down and consider whether gaming is going to be a niche that you can make any headway in. Okay, Carl sums up how to get the best out of iWriter. Basically, it's all about the level of writer you pay for. Elite is the best option. Then you just got to write a clear description of the content you want, and most importantly, give them reference links and research links. Which is, I do none of that when I'm ordering content. I literally give them some keywords and say, can you do me an article on that? My first impression with the large don't miss out is that the part of the website hasn't loaded correctly. Yeah, this looks like it needs an image behind it. You're absolutely right there, Tux. Goldfinger is on telly. Okay, that's pricey though, isn't it, Carl? Right, let's have a look at one other site. I've got this one, which was sent to me by Jeremy. Of course it was sent to me by Jeremy. I think it is in the chat right now. So roadwayready.com. So this niche, I'm interested. I like it. I mean, it kind of complements my website. So this is all about getting your car ready and going driving and all that stuff, basically. Did you know people spend over 84 billion hours driving each year? Wow. I don't hardly ever go out in the car. So it looks like you're running the fantastic Acabado. It's not. It's Customify. It was this burger menu. It tricked me. Oh, button. Probably need to change that button. Now, my first point would be I don't like burger menus. In fact, you seem to have two menus because you've got this menu and then you've got this menu. I'd ditch this one. I'd keep this one. Aaron, I just submit your site in the chat. Yeah, it should make a video. I did that. My article, content, whatever video, basically asked the same 5 companies for the same article and just to see what we'd get. See, I think this niche is good. Your ad is being cut there. I don't know if it's probably the wrong size for sidebar. Barry, sorry, just put your site in now. Helen will catch it for me. I don't like these Amazon boxes. I think you're better to do your own tables and stuff. Barry, I can review your site. Yeah, we are running out of time, but I can squeeze it in. So I'd use my own tables and stuff inside articles rather than these Amazon widget things. You're linking through to other articles. I think maybe they could do with a few more images and a few more bits and bobs. Maybe a video if you can find some on YouTube. Hello, Josh. Good to see you. Yeah, Chris is explaining how to put your site into the chat. You can't use .com. You have to write the word .com. I think this niche could be interesting. As I said, I'm going to provide you with an article for your site all around roof boxes. You said the site's about 6 months old and it's getting up to 2,500 page views this month. It's not really that heavily monetized, so it's not generating any income. I think to generate income, you need to basically just include links within your content, little using SiteStripe or whatever, rather than those kind of Amazon widgets, as I said. But yeah, as Easy Spaniel Training says, I think this is a promising niche. I think it's interesting and there's loads of stuff you can write about, lots of random stuff. You've missed your featured image on that one. Footer needs a little bit more work on it. Looks a little bit unfinished. A couple more columns might be good. Alex, yeah, did you send me I think you sent me your site. Have I forgotten it? Alex Gray. But yeah, Jeremy, I think your site's got great potential. Keep going, keep adding content. I think it's a good niche. I'm not sure about the theme, if I'm honest. Why didn't you follow my tutorial and use base? But never mind. It looks fine. It presents the content in a reasonable way. And yeah, I think the niche is good. I think there's plenty of content you can write. You're just going to need to add quite a bit more. Right, Alex, let's have a look at your site. Wow, this is a nice site. So this site, when it loaded up, as soon as it hit me, I thought, wow, this is a good site. This is a professional site. They know what they're doing. I can't always put, you know, pin my, whatever. What am I trying to say? I can't always identify what makes a site stand out and feel professional when you hit it, but some just do. I think it's probably a nice image, nice typeface, nicely laid out properly, everything, all the margins and everything in the right places. Okay, that's enough sites now. We've got another 2 to do. That's plenty. I think the niche is good. Lots of triathlon things here. Wow. You got loads of store categories. So I guess you're running, is it, you got WooZone on here? Yep. I'm never sure about having these kind of subcategories within a shop. I'm wondering if you could maybe just lump all of that together under components and then maybe have a filter of some sort. I don't like these categories as you get deeper. Let's have a look at your blog. Again, lovely image, nice imagery. So you've got no blog posts yet. That's where you're going to need to start focusing. You've done a great job putting your site together now. It looks really good. You've obviously been focusing on your site, but that's not going to be enough to really, push you to where you want to be. Start thinking about getting some content written. There's going to be loads of people searching around swimming and cycling and running and triathlon. My one slight fear with this would be that it's going to need quite high EAT, which is expertise, authority, and trust, which is a signal sort of thing that Google uses. Basically, because you're talking about fitness, and which kind of falls into health, it's going to probably be harder because Google is looking for authorities to talk about those subjects, like doctors or world-class athletes or people like that. That's my one slight concern with this niche, but the site looks great. Though I'm not sure about these little banner ads here, but like they're the first thing. I'm wondering if you want them, just drop them down a little bit maybe. This should probably just be a blog post, this triathlon distances. I'm wondering, there's a lot of banner ads. I don't know if that's going to possibly have a negative effect on how well the site ranks. There's a lot of ads. Right, let's have a look at Barry's site, and then we'll look at Ironman's site. This is going to be another techie one, isn't it? It's a big old cookie message. Guess you've got to have it. I prefer one that's slightly less intrusive than that, but hey, at least you're compliant. Money Mom says, what do you think about foot care products? Again, yeah, it does fall under health. It might be tricky. Good work, Josh. He's just updating us on his outdoor site. So, I don't know about tech. I just think tech is such a competitive area. But this looks good. It's a nice clear site. And there's obviously loads of stuff you can write about. Have I looked at this site before? It seems familiar. That ad looks a little bit like it's been like plonked in. Is that an Ezoic ad? It's Criteo. I think it's nice. I like the look and feel of the site. I'm just, again, a bit like the gaming one. I'm a little bit concerned about the niche. How much traffic are you getting? The articles are nicely formatted, images and all that kind of stuff. Ezoic ads, yeah. Ezoic ads, they always just look a bit like they're crowbarred into the site. Whoa, why is that table shooting out over there? Not sure it's supposed to do that. Your reviews and articles look like they're very thorough and long though, so yeah, Barry, how much traffic are you getting? Leslie asks about the cookie notice. I don't have one. Do I need one to have one if I have Amazon affiliate links on my site? Yeah. Yeah, you do. Well, you kind of do, I think, for EU stuff, is it? I have got a number of videos on it. Let's have a quick look. Pop ads, best thing you did, says J5. Barry's getting $300 to $400 a month. Perfect. Is that mainly from your ads, Barry? So there we go. Barry's proven me wrong that you can get some traffic with tech. If you look at his articles, though, they are very niche. His articles are niche. He's not just like talking about video games or whatever. He's getting very specific, which I guess is the way to approach these kind of competitive niches. Yeah, I've got a couple of videos on cookie notices. Probably back here because they're a little bit older. But I basically recommend a service called IU Bender, and I still don't know how to say it properly. Always sounds a little bit rude, I think, when I say it, but EU Bender. Just trying to find a link. That will sign up with those. It's very reasonably priced, and they'll sort all your cookie and privacy and all that stuff out for you. Here we go. It's a year old, those videos, but those two, what you need to watch. Probably share the link in the chat. Oh dear.
It really depends on what services and things you want.
There's that one. Okay, Barry. Well, your site is looking good. I wish you the best of luck with it. So the final one is going to be from Aaron Man, another techie one. If I can just find it. J5 says it doesn't matter if you don't have the cookie banner, does it? I think it's a requirement if you've got traffic from Europe. Why don't you need to pay monthly for a cookie plugin? Does it keep updating the policy? Something? Yeah. You just know that you're up to date then with all the latest laws and all that stuff. Oh, right, the site is still being worked on this one. I'm generally better at reviewing completed sites. Kieran, I will look at your site in a second. This looks interesting. I mean, yeah, I can't really do much review of if you haven't got any content and stuff on it. What's the theme? True Pixel, not really familiar with it. What are you going to write about anyway? Oh, maybe send it over when you've finished it, and then we can do a proper review. I'm just going to look for Kieran's site now. Kieran, what was your site? Remind me in the chat. Touch Premium says you only need a cookie banner if you're setting cookies. But yeah, if you're on Google Analytics and things like that, and of course Amazon affiliate, you will be setting cookies, won't you? Kieran's is going to be the last site now. Best Pet Supplies. I can do yours next week if you like. Does anyone remember what Kieran's site was? Do I? Oh, I see a question from TMJZL. Do I regret it? What, the investment in my company? Yeah, I do. But then I don't. In another way, I don't, because I'm happy with what I'm doing now. So it all turned out all right in the end. I won't be brutal, Kieran, but just let me know what the site is. Kieran, Helen can't find it either, so it's not just me. Aaron, you're going to write about VPNs and stuff. That could be good. Best VPN for... And there's going to be all sorts of things being searched. While we're waiting for Kieran, do put your questions in. I'm just scrolling through the chat, seeing if I've missed anything, which I probably have. Oh, we found it. Tim says one of my pages was up. It's barely ranking. Is up 4,920% today. Could have been featured in Google News. It could have been, or it could just be like a load of bots that have come and visited your site. I've had that before, and it was just like bot traffic, which is very disappointing. You should be able to have a look in your analytics. If you come into behavior, you can obviously set your date for today. Find a bit of content that you're looking that's doing well. I don't know. Maybe it was this one. And then you go secondary dimension, acquisition, and then source medium, and then you should be able to see where it's coming from. There we go. I'm just looking at actually this page here, which is one of my categories, which was one of the categories that I changed the other day. It's doing quite well on Google Organic. I hope I haven't messed it up by creating a new page and then setting a canonical. We'll wait and see. Maybe I should have done a 301. But I wanted to keep the WordPress category pages as well. So maybe I shouldn't. Anyway, that's for another time. Many Mum says, quick question. If I edit a blog after it's ranked TG to monetize it, how does that affect my ranking? It shouldn't affect the ranking too much. Big old cookie notice, that's fine. Sue says, your logo is quite small, Kieran. Kieran, I don't even see your logo. Home brewing, that could be a good niche. So a couple of things that immediately strike me with this. I mean, it looks nice. It looks really good. The theme is Ocean or Astra. Ocean, yeah, Astra even. Yeah, your logo's not loading. The site is coming up as not secure, so you do want to switch over to an SSL. I'm sure your hosting provider will give you one for free. Then it's just a case of switching your site over. You can do it easily with something like the really simple SSL plugin. The other thing that's a little bit weird is that you've installed it into this WP directory. So yeah, you'd expect the homepage to be there without anything. And in fact, it looks like it's trying to be HTTPS, but then it's getting redirected to HTTP. Okay, Kieran, so there's an SSL problem going on. This looks nice. Very nice. You've been following my swim science tutorial, I think, haven't you? So there's an issue with your SSL. This is fine, yeah. And this is your logo is not working. I think it could be a good niche. But again, like all of the sites I've seen, it's going to be down to the good content that you create that really brings in the traffic. There doesn't seem to be any featured images on the blog. So, there's no images coming up here. I think on my swim signs, which by the way is not doing anything at the moment because I've not done any work on it at all. Sorry, in the blog. Yeah, I think featured images really do kind of make it pop. Maybe you need to have a look at your excerpts as well. They look a little bit like they need some spaces. Stuart says he doesn't like your domain. We've talked about this before. I'm not keen on domains with hyphens either. But I wouldn't worry too much. That's only a personal opinion. Barry's getting about 800 users a day. Wow, on your tech site. Fantastic. Oh, Bradbury already said about the featured images. Yeah, definitely needs some featured images. Other than that, I think you could do really well. It's just about getting some really good content and getting some really specific content. I bet there's loads. What is a mash ton anyway? Best mash ton for... Look at these searches. Loads. Easy Spaniel says, try and use your own images on your site as opposed to ones you find online. Mariam asks, what is your backlinking technique, Barry? What is your backlinking technique, Barry? Anyway, that's enough site reviews. That was fun. Wow, look at the time. We've been going for... How long have we been going? 1 hour, 3 minutes and 37 seconds. That's good. I'm happy to chat for another few minutes. And then we'll wrap up. So I'm going to be putting a video up tomorrow, hopefully, detailing everything that I've spent on Best Roof Box and why I've done it and all that kind of stuff. I can see that now you're looking at the front and back of my head, which is weird. Let's stop that. Fade away. Alexander, you just found me. Good to see you. I've been looking for you as well. Thanks for joining us. We're just about to come to the end of our stream. But you can re-watch the stream shortly after I disappear. Shoot says it felt like only 5 minutes. It always feels like just 5 minutes to me. I guess because we're all just having such a good time. Philip says he read those troll comments. He's not even constructive. It sounds like he auto spams content sites. He does. And I guess that kind of works. It does kind of work. I know with like Best Roof Box, sorry, not Best Roof Box, with Boot Boutique, which was a site that I still have and haven't done any work on for ages, which is a WooZone site, which I did nothing on, but I did pull in lots of products, spun them. You would get some results off that. You know, in winter, especially, it would earn $100, $200 a month. But hello, John from Texas, by the way. I just don't see the longevity in those sites. I think they maybe earn a quick buck for 12 months and then you struggle to continue making any money. If you were ever to go and sell one of those sites, I don't think they would get much value or they wouldn't command a good price. So, yeah. The comments like that, they do always trigger me a little bit and they make me question and think about exactly what I'm doing. But I'm confident, you know, also talking to other people in the industry like Doug and the Income School guys, I know that I'm on the right track. maybe I shouldn't have had such a product focused website or such a product focused niche, but hey, I'm going with it. It's working. The money is coming in, and well, yeah, I'll explain all my plans in the video that I should be able to publish tomorrow. Sue says that's why we need a stream twice a week, because time flies so quick. Twice a week stream, I might think about it. Maybe some weeks we could do that. J5 says, is WooZone worth it? I don't know. In 2020, would I build a WooZone site? Probably not. As I just said, I think if you want to quickly get a site up and do a bit of spammy stuff, maybe push it out on social media, build some links quickly, and then collect a couple of $100 a month, it might work for you. But I think if you win it for the long game and you want to create something that's offering some real value and create some value in terms of selling the site maybe in the future, and a nice, healthy, steady, reliable income, then you don't want to run the risk of either A, being kicked out of the Amazon affiliate program because they decide that they don't like those WooZone sort of sites, or B, losing in ranking because Google decide they don't like those sorts of sites. I always thought with WooZone you're kind of always running a fine line with the compliance with Amazon and with Google, because how much value are you really offering by just downloading products from Amazon and putting them on your own site without helping people make a decision by doing a review or a comparison or a guide? Alte, Alex, I've got a writer from Scotland writing about the retirement system in USA, IRA, rollovers, etc. Okay. Is Scottish English native English when it comes to topics related to Americans? It is English. It's not American English, though, so keep that in mind. Bearing in mind, that Americans spell lots of words differently and all that stuff. Hi, John. Bye, John. Kieran says, might need to do a vid on converting from e-commerce to blog site. Maybe. I think e-commerce still has its place, but it needs to work with a good blog site. You just need to think, my site needs to be delivering value. I need to be helping my visitors, not just kind of getting in the way, which is what WooZone does. It just gets in the way of people looking for a product, and then they find your site. You offer no value at all. They then click through to Amazon. You get a commission. The Scots definitely speak English. But if you wanted to convert an e-commerce site to a blog site, you just literally uninstall WooZone, take it off, and then just remove those pages and make the blog your focus. Thank you, Liam. I do appreciate your kind comments. I'm just hoping to, I'm just sharing my story. I mean, I've never claimed to be an expert or guru. I'm just doing what I've done and doing what I've learned and doing what I've heard and sharing it with you guys. That's what we're all about. Brody Supplements, good to see you. Yeah, though Scottish sounds very different, it is written exactly the same way as any other English from England or from the UK. But say American English is different, obviously. Basically, they take out all the S's out of words and they replace them with Z's. And a few other weird spelling things. Although I do agree that centre, the word centre, should be spelt with an ER on the end rather than an RE. It does make more sense. Thanks for letting me have a look at your site, Barry. By the way, Mike is an old friend of mine. We used to play canoe polo a long time ago. Canoe polo. It doesn't involve horses in canoes or anything like that. But yeah, you sit in canoes and you throw balls into goals and stuff. Much fun. That was a long, long time ago. But yeah, with regards to link building, sorry, Helen's just gone in there with a bit of literacy and grammar facts there that we stole centre from the French, which is why I spelled like that. Anyway, Mike, in terms of link building, you've got a couple of options. I mean, Pinterest is one way to build links. I also like the question and answer sites by adding some really good answers that, again, provide value to the reader. They can stick quite well and provide you some backlinks. They are no follow, but I think they're still, worthy of a bit of time. You can, of course, do some outreach and guest posts. That's another good way of getting some links. So approaching sites that complement what you're doing and present them with an article which will contain a link back to your site, hopefully. There's obviously quite a bit of work in that. You have to do the outreach, you have to create the articles, and it can be hard to get attention from webmasters. If you don't want to waste lots of time on it, then you can always pay a company like the Hoff, which I've used in the past. Go back through the channel, you'll see some videos on that. And they'll do a guest post for you, and they'll get it on some sites that either have a high domain authority or high traffic. And that's what I've done with Best Roof Box. My video feed has also just gone blurry. If it has, then you might need to just go back into your settings. It's because YouTube has dropped the quality down to 144p or something like that, 360p. Thank you, Chris. So you change your quality if it's dropped. But anyway, it doesn't matter now because I'm about to go. Thank you all very much for joining me. I think we got up to... How much did we get up to? It was about 80. I don't know, it's not telling me. I think it was about 80. That was good. Thank you, Sue, for joining us and on all that stuff. But yeah, thanks for all your support. I will have a video for you guys tomorrow, all being well. But yeah, good luck with your sites. I'm going to do the world famous countdown to conclude the stream. 5, and I've actually got the button on this computer, so no more awkward turn around, try and count. We're going to do it off here. 5, 4, 3, thanks the owner. 2, thanks Bradbury. 1, thanks Brody's supplements. Thank you all. 1, I'm still on 1. 0, where's the button?